What do you think that happened to her? This is a calm town and she didn't seem to have any reasons to live on her own. I think it was a madman, like the press says. Someone who had no clue about what he was doing.
Don't call me mad again, cunt!
Did you talk to her?
She asked me about an address.
That means something to you. You had a career, Dad. Before the third comic book movie, before people started to forget who was inside that bird costume and nobody gives a shit with you. And let's face it, you're not doing this for the sake of art. You're doing this because you want to feel relevant again. And guess what? There is an entire war out there with people fight to be relevant every single day, and you act like it doesn't exist. And things are happening in a place that you ignore, a place that, by the way, has already forgotten about you. I mean, who the fuck are you? You hate bloggers, you mock Twitter, you don't even have a Facebook page. You're the one who doesn't exist. You're doing this because you're scared of that, like the rest of us, that you don't matter. And you know what? You're right. You don't. It's not important, okay? You are not important. Get used to it.
Sonia texted her sister a few weeks ago. She told her about a weird neighbor and that she felt watched. You followed her, didn't you? You watched her like you did with your ex-wife. And that way she was scared. You followed her, but something went wrong because you're not as smart. You think you're a little piece of shit.
Anastasia is the exception, not the rule. And we have to stop listening to these stories because the rule is that most guys who cheating on you don't really care about you very much. That was done. I was so delusional about the relationship. I used to refer to him as my husband to my dental hygienist. But anyway, all my friends told me those stories about how things might work out with these dipshits because they knew someone who dated a dipshit just like mine, and that girl ended up getting married and loving happily ever after. But that's the exception. We're not the exception. We're the rule. Oh, you're working. Okay, you look great. We can adjust. I have to. This is so perfect. It couldn't have been done by someone like you.
Shut up!
It doesn't matter where you go, you know that?
She looked at me!
Those eyes will follow you. Wherever you look, they'll be there watching you. You'll see them every time you close your eyes when you slip into darkness! Probably a couple of years ago, I was DJing and I was still dancing. There was a lot going on.
Why did you give up the dancing?
It was really competitive and I started feeling weak all the time. There was a leader guy. Then he came up with the moves. I liked him so much. I was really happy being his little cogwheel.